Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I don't have a money problem, but an idea problem. All ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes. With the right idea, I can amass my own fortune. 5 mindset mistakes that will cost you millions. The first one is not upgrading. You have to constantly and consistently upgrade your mind, your information intake, all the time. Because information changes the seasons of your life. So you have to constantly be upgrading your information and upgrading yourself. You got to soak up knowledge. You have got to make a stop. It has to become a part of your regimen at least once a month to go by a bookstore. Okay? If that's not on your radar, it's not a normal plan of yours, you're going to have to change that. Because this is going to cost you, not taking in information, not reading, not sitting down. And then it just can't be any old information. It needs to be the right information in the direction of your dreams and your goals. You can't read a whole bunch of information that has nothing to do with your destiny. And then think that you're going to, on the other side of this, you're going to amass this wealth and increase in your life. So you got to spend time soaking up information and knowledge. You know, there's so many ways you can get information now today. You can get Nooks, and you can just listen to it. You can put it on play, and your Nooks can read to you. I have Audible on my phone, so that all while I'm traveling, I can have books. I have like books in 3 different places. Like I have my library books, then I have my books on my phone, then I have my books in my Nook. So that I have them in 3 different places. But you have to constantly be taking in information because information is so important to your success and increase. It's so amazing sometimes when I come by people and they tell me, I want to make so much money in my industry, I want to do this, and I'll say, well, what industry are you in? And they'll say, I'm in this industry. And we'll start having a conversation, and I'm not in their industry. But they don't even know about the latest stuff that's happening in their industry that they want to make millions in. How are you in the hair industry and you don't know the latest, you don't even know the latest talk about your industry? So you're going to have to get your nose from out of the ground. You're going to have to look up, and you're going to have to look around you, and you're going to have to gather information. And then you're going to have to get information from other people as well. You're going to become a student. You're going to stay teachable, learnable, coachable. So you want to look at other people and not just to take their ideas, but look to see what they're doing, what's out there, what's happening, so that you become an information sponge. You got to hunt and gather for information. Certain things you'll have to hunt for and gather for. Some of your biggest next idea is going to be found in a book. And then you got to value yourself enough to not be too cheap to not buy the information. Do not just go sit at, I don't even know where libraries are now, but don't go sit just at libraries and read the book and leave it. Some books you need to own. Become an investor of books. Magazines in your industry. We're talking about wealth and wellness. You say, I'm not spending that. Oh my God, these magazines are $4.95. Do you know magazines, they've done all the relevant research for you? They're up to date. They got to be up to date month by month. All right? So you want to make sure online, looking at different people's blogs and that's in your industry. And then be a celebrator and not a hater. When you come across some good information of somebody else's, or somebody else is really doing good in something that's similar to what you want to do, celebrate them. Don't say, why them, not me? Why not me? Why them? When you see it, celebrate it. You can't have what you can't celebrate. So don't just go and look at it and don't be like, I can't look at it because it makes me all frustrated. It reminds me of how far behind I am. You'll never get ahead when you can't celebrate. So look, observe, celebrate, comment, talk to them, say something, all right? Number 2, failure to get a coach. This is huge. This is huge. Especially since coaching is on an uprise right now like never before. Sometimes we never get our goals and dreams accomplished because we're being a long ranger. We just won't get the help. We know we need the help. We kind of want the help, but we kind of want to be like cheap on getting the help. So we're like, okay, I'm gonna Google everything. That's gonna be my claim to fame. I'm gonna just Google it and see if I can find out. Well, tell me how that's working for you. If your claim to fame is, I'm going to get super successful by not spending any money, I'm going to just get everything from free, all the free classes I can take, all the free webinars I can attend, all the free Google searches I can do, everything free, and that's going to be how I'm going to get wealthy. I want to show me all the people in here that are super wealthy, and you Googled your way to it. Oh, no hands. Oh. Nobody can put their hand up? All right. Well, then, we know that philosophy is not working. So you need to get some help. You're going to have to get a coach. You got to get somebody in your life. You got to always stay teachable. Now, what is so incredible about this is that it does not matter what level you feel like you're on or if you feel like you arrived, that the top people still have coaches and mentors. The richest people in the world have coaches. And they pay to be in masterminds. Rich people pay to mastermind. It's amazing. It's amazing that we want to be wealthy. We want to have amazing lives. But we think it's going to come on the cheap, and it's not. You have to pay the price to be in the presence of people who can see the purpose on the inside of you and pull it out. People can see something you can't see in yourself. And then, my goodness, you got to invest in your advancement. And make sure that when you do pay the price, that you pay to be in groups of people that like you. People that want to see you really succeed. That want to help you. Coaching is relevant. That's why I do it. That's exactly why I do. I'm telling you, I would have stopped coaching a long time ago. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of mind power and work and creativity, and you got to keep being relevant and keep being on the cutting edge. But I know it's a calling. It's not just a job for me. It's not about just trying to get money, because a lot of coaches out there ain't getting no money. So it's not about that. It's a calling. It's because I really want to see people's lives changed. So you got to make sure that you get with somebody like that. And you want to make sure that you find it don't have to be me. But whoever you find, you better find somebody who's really invested in you and your advancement as well. Now, some of us won't invest to advance, but we'll invest to impress. We can't find no money to help ourselves get ahead. And when the time is clicking, the clock is ticking. Time keeps going on. So we just, time is adding up. Another year. Oh, I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to do it next year. So you keep losing years before you take out the time to really do it. So you won't invest. You're just like, I don't need no coach. I don't need no this. Okay. So you're just waiting. You won't invest to advance, but you will invest to impress. Okay. I'll invest to make you think I'm wealthy, but I'm not going to invest to really be wealthy. To show up looking like I'm wealthy because I got the latest purse. All right? So you can think I got it going on, but ain't nothing in it, honey. So you got to make sure where your investment going. I'll invest to have a conversation so I can say I did it. So we can have a conversation about it. We can have a good talk about all the fancy stuff I did. Woo, I did this, I did that. I did this, I did that, but there's no real wealth attached to it. So we'll invest to impress. You have to make sure that that's not what you've been doing. Like, make sure you're not making investments to impress, but not investments to advance. So you want to start spending your dollars where it makes a difference. We had one of our girls, Cheryl, who came to a conference just like you guys right here. But Cheryl joined my coaching program, Success Mastery. And she had been on her job for years. She came in, she said, look, I don't really know what I want to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want my own business. I want to be able to quit my job in 1 year, and I want to be able to start having, do therapy and work with clients, and she could do websites, all kinds of stuff. She said, I want to be able to do that, and I want to be able to do it from my home. She's like, I'm scared to pay somebody because I never paid anybody to help me my whole life. She was like, but I'm going to take the leap and I'm going to do it. She's like, what do you suggest I do? And I said, I suggest if you're going to do it, go all in. If that's what you really want, then get in the program, but don't get in this program with me and play games. Because I'm not showing up to play. So when I show up for you, then you show up for me. And if we show up for each other, then I promise you that your life will be different in 1 year. Well, we're going to let Cheryl tell it herself. So let's hear from her. Play the video.
I was in the graphic and web design business. I had quit a job to start my own business. I had to go back to work. I wasn't making no money. But I was doing that part-time for like 10 years. I had a mindset that was keeping me stuck financially. That's like one of the major things that I was dealing with. I didn't want to spend no money. I didn't want to get no help. I was a bona fide do-it-yourselfer. I could figure it out myself. I was stuck financially because of my mindset. I was in business for 10 years, not making any money, so what I couldn't make in 10 years, I made while I was a Success Master. I had my first month where I had $10,000 a month in sales. I increased my social media from about 300 to over 3,000 on Facebook. My other ones grew as well, but this was my biggest increase there. And then my graphic and web design clients at least doubled. And this is the big one. I said goodbye, you look better gone, to working for somebody else, building their dream, and now I'm working full-time building my own dream. I couldn't do 10 years ago because I didn't know what I was doing and didn't know to find out what I needed to do. Today, I'm able to go for it, work my business full-time, and I have no regrets, I have no doubts because I know that I have the tools to make it happen.
So that's Cheryl, okay? So she was like many of you here. She was sitting here, she heard me talk, and she, had never made an investment in her life. And she said at first she was sitting there thinking, I'm not going to pay nobody no money to help me build no business. But in 10 years, doing her business, she had to work a job and do her business and wasn't making no money. Her first month coaching me, she wasn't in it but 30 days. And in 30 days, she made more than she made in 10 years. And it constantly increased. And just last year, when she came to one of my tours, Cheryl just got back to coaching with me. So she just came back because she's ready to up level again. And so I'm telling you, people need coaches to move the needle in your life. Number 3, not modeling the masters. This is another thing that happens that causes us to miss our wealth, is that we don't model the masters. Successful people leave clues. And so successful people model other successful people. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel on everything and model the masters. Who are the masters in your arena, in your field, and what you're doing? Find who those people are. That's a prototype for you, and model the masters. Model what they're doing. Model their setup. Model it. Don't steal everything. Just model it, but model the masters. Sometimes we see a master person in an area, and we don't want to model anything about them, but we want all their accomplishments. Some people in their life, they succeed on purpose just to leave clues. And when people do leave clues for you in different arenas, honor them. Let them see it, that you honor them when they leave clues. Respect them, appreciate them, and give to them. Sow into them. I know a lot of people ask this all the time, where we get emails every day, and people ask me all the time about blogging or about social media, and they say, how can I get like free trips, or how can I get free packages sent to me? How can I get stuff that shows up on my door? Or, hey, I see your daughter has gifts come to her, package delivered, she travels. How does that happen? How can it, all they want to know is how to get the gift. How do I get the packages? How is somebody going to drop stuff off at my door? How am I going to get people mailing me stuff? And I always tell them that you're going to have to honor this space. People are not going to just send you stuff and you honor nobody. All right? You can't, like, so she gets paid for travel. But when she wasn't getting paid for travel, when she did travel, she tried to make sure she got the best pictures and went out of her way to make sure that she seen the best sights and did some of the best things on her excursions. So now travel agencies see that and they're like, wow, this person is getting, without nobody paying for it, they're really honoring this space and getting really good pictures and going to really nice places and really taking their time. Well, shoot, let's have her go for us. So that's how that happens. But you have to honor that. And then she would comment on all the other people that were traveling. She wouldn't see them traveling and be like, oh, I hate it. Oh, my God, now she's in Bali. Oh, my God, now she's in Italy. I can't believe it. How did she get there? Instead of coming from that aspect, she would say, oh, my God, you're in Bali. I always wanted to go there. Tell me what you did while you were there. Oh, my God, you're in Italy. Oh, that's amazing. You have to honor what you desire. You want to draw wealth to you? You got to honor the space you want to be in. Show honor to it. And that means showing up and not just hitting like and moving on, but like and comment. Find some people. You know what? This is an assignment I want you to do. I want you to find 3 people that bother you. 3 people who get under your skin with their success. 3 people who, like, you've been like, you look at and you're like, that seems a little excessive. That's a lot. Oh, that's a little overdone. That's a little much. I wouldn't do. Oh, that's a little much. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor. Find somebody who's much too much. Tell your other neighbor, say, neighbor. Find somebody who's much too much. And give them some honor this week. And watch what happens to you. Somebody, there's somebody in our life who we think, oh, that's just much too much. Much too much. Oh, my God, just much too much. Go out of your way to give in that space, those people, some honor. All right? The much too much, because I'm trying to get you this weekend to get to a place in your business and a life of much too much. Because you've been living at just enough or not enough. And you're trying to get to more than enough, which is still not enough. So I'm trying to get you to much too much. I'm trying to get you to where somebody comes by your page and say, that is much too much, Curtis. Just last week, he was just talking about how he created a song. Now this week, 10,000 people bought it. Now this week, he just got him a car. Now he just closed on his house. Now he's talking about he's taking his kids on vacation. Now he just paid off his kids' school. Now he just bought some new clothes. Now he bought another car. Now he's back on vacation again. When does he be at home? That's much too much. You want to get to a place of much too much. There's a place for you. There's stuff already, there's much too much already that has been designed for you, cut out for you, made for you, ready for you. The only reason it hasn't been delivered to you is because you are the only holdup. You are the holdup because your mindset, You have a mindset that is stopping it because you see other people with much too much, and you say it out your mouth, and what you say becomes a creative force, and you sow that seed, and it comes back to you. You have got to get to a place where you're okay with much too much. And put your stamp of approval on it. Find somebody and say, I love your much too much. Ooh, this is awesome much too much. That is awesome much too much, because my much too much is on its way. You want to get to a place where you're okay with that. Let me tell you a story. There's a story. Some of you in here might not be biblical illiterate, and it's okay because I'm going to fill you in. It's a story, and it's in the Bible, and it's with Queen of Sheba. She was a queen, and she went to go see a king called Solomon. King Solomon was the richest man on the planet, like Bill Gates rich or richer, okay? He had everything. Nobody can trump him. He was the biggest, richest person in town, King Solomon. Queen of Sheba was rich, but not like Solomon, but she could hold it down. She was pretty rich. Queen of Sheba figured out one day, I need a coach in my life. I need some help. I'm rich, but I'm not where I want to be. I can do better than this. So Queen of Sheba went to go see Solomon, the real rich dude who knew everything and had everything. And she thought, how do I go and show up to see this man who I want to get information from? I want him to tell me how he runs the kingdom. How is he making all that money with them phones? Or how is he making all that money with Tesla? Or how is he making all that money in this industry? I want to show up in his face, and he respects me enough because I have made something of myself in my life. So he respects me enough to give me a seat at the table. But how am I going to extract, when I get to the table, the information I really want from him when I show up? What do I do, God? He says, go with a train, don't go alone. Take a train of gifts when you go to see this man that you want all this information from. Then go and give him something that shows that you honor him, that you respect the place that he is in the earth, that he has more than you, and that you want something from him. So don't go there acting like you're equal. Go up and show up humble. See, a gift shows that you're humble. Because a gift is subservient. A gift is like, I give you this because I honored you. So whatever you do, take a gift. And then he said, but don't take any old kind of gift, because this is not any old kind of man. You want some real information and secrets, so you better get some special gifts. So Queen of Sheba went and got all of these gifts. They said a big train of them, so much that they could see her coming with the gifts. And when she showed up to Solomon, he took note of the gifts that she brought him. Now, isn't this interesting? That he's the richest man on the earth and he still wants a gift? Does he really want a gift, or does he want respect? See, the gift isn't about Solomon. He doesn't need the gift because he can buy whatever Queen of Sheba brought him. But what he does want is, don't show up empty-handed and want me to hand you the whole world. It took time to get where I'm at. It took energy to get to where I'm at. People had to die to become who I am. And you want to come sit at my table for 5 minutes and me tell you all that I have in my kingdom? No way. Show up and respect me. So she showed up with a train of respect. She paid for her information. And it says, then he opened up the secret curtain. He showed her all the secrets, even the ones she didn't know she needed to know. She didn't know what she was really coming for. He showed her what she didn't know she needed to know. And when it talks about when she left there, she didn't talk money or numbers. She talked about protocol. She said it was the attention of his armor bearers and the standing of his of his adjutants, and it was the way the servers brought the food to the table, and everything was so orderly, and the kingdom looked so beautiful, and everything was excellent, and it had a place and everything. So now we understand that wealth is not just about going online and figuring out some numbers, or reading a book telling you the budget for the rest of your life, or stop drinking your coffee and don't go to Starbucks for 15 weeks. You're going to just be dry from those Starbucks and still broke at the end of that. You don't budget your way to wealth. You get to wealth by excellence. You got to see it. Somebody needs to let you in to see something. And sometimes that'll cost you. So she brought gifts, and he gave her wisdom and more wealth. Also, she wasn't trying to count his money on what she was going to bring. So she didn't come showing up saying, he got it. Did you see his house? He got it. You see the car he drives? He got it. Disrespect. She showed up and said, oh, he got it, and I don't. I need it. Get your gifts together. Y'all go find the best stuff you got. Get all my perfume and give it away. Bring everything in the courtyard that you can find. Go get the best flowers. Get the best of everything, because I need this man to know I respect him. He told her the secrets to build leadership, wealth, marketing, all that. What secrets do you need? Write those down. What are you missing? Where do you need to show up? What do you need to join? What group do you need to be in? Where do you need to be a part of? Do you need coaching? Do you need to be behind somebody's secret doors? Do you need somebody to show you information and insight? What do you need to pay for? Are there people online you need to start respecting a little bit more so that you can get the real secrets? All right? Let's see from Wyvetta real quick. This is an example of how she showed up when she came to me.
As soon as I jumped into coaching with Dr. Stacia and Ariana, the lessons were phenomenal. How to get your Instagram numbers up and how to build a website. What do you need on your website? What do you do? What colors mean? And there was so much information in those courses, in those classes. You could pick a lesson up and it was exactly what you needed to work on at that time. One of the greatest benefits for me for Success Mastery was being a part of a community of purpose partners. Dr. Stacia always uses this word. You need some purpose partners. You need some people that are doing things that you want to do. The masterminds and then the tours and all of those things, when you get to meet people and you get to see their stories come alive. We start acting and we start functioning as a family. We often come to each other at events and support each other, and it's been an awesome opportunity just to see the support and the love. Since coaching with Dr. Stacia and Ariana, my husband and I, we have developed about 10 products and they're all making money. I've been working on this book for probably 10 years, and first year in Success Mastery, I was able to complete my book. I developed the book probably in a matter of about 2 weeks. I remember taking a vacation. My phone just started going off, buzzing. I'm like, what's going on with my phone today? And it was products actually selling while I was on vacation. I mean, so that was like the first real experience I had with making money while I was just relaxing by food. That was the best feeling ever, because you hear people say it all the time, but I had never experienced it. I went from a business with zero income. I was an entrepreneur, or I should say I was a hobbyist. I now have a profit of $500,000, and I'm excited about that, and I'm very well on the track to completing this year as a $1 million entrepreneur.
She made last year $1.5 million. So, not bad. But that's how she showed up. She showed up coming with, hey, I need to learn. I need to know where to go. I need to know what to do next. All right? Number 4, not upgrading your mindset. If you don't upgrade your mindset, you're going to miss manifestations. You got to have $1 million mindset to start amassing millions. So you got to upgrade your actions. You got to upgrade your thinking and how you do things. So there's different mindsets, like you want to get to like a pay in full mindset when you can. You can't, sometimes you can't, and that's fine. Don't down yourself for that. But when you can, sometimes we can and we don't because of a mindset that we've been giving since we've been a child. You know, like I don't know about you, but when I grew up on Lairway. So it was like for us, in our household for Christmas, we lay everything away. We start like in June, July. Like right now, we be in the stores, we find stuff, it go on Lairway, and we get it out in December. Now, I don't know, do people still do Lairway today? Does that still happen? Not too much? Okay, so I'm now letting you know how old I am. All right, but anyway, we did Lairway, and it was really popular. Well, about time we got our stuff out of Lairway in December, remember June, with clothes are like in June? Like, it wasn't even relevant anymore. Like, those clothes are, like, if we would have waited, they are on sale. The clothes we layered away in June are on clearance now when we go to get them out in December. But it was a mindset, and it's a payment plan mindset. It's a payment plan. Some of you may have grew up in houses where every single thing, you know, is a payment plan. And I'm not saying, I still do payment plans on certain things right now. If they're huge things, you need a plan. But I'm talking about when you can. Like, you won't and you can. You want to get to a place, a mindset where you say, you know what, let me pay in full on some things so I can pay it off and get it out the way. Be done with it. Those are the things you have to check yourself when we're talking about wealth and wellness. Those are the kind of things that'll mess you up because of the mindset. And this is what happens. Sometimes you choose the plan because you already know you're going to opt out on yourself. The plan gives you a chance because you don't really believe in your own wealth. You don't believe you can maintain this. You don't think you're going to really be able to keep making the payments on it. You can't really keep up with this. You don't even think you can when you sign up and when you start. So you start something already trying to figure out how you're going to get out of it. It's amazing when I talk to people who say they want to be rich and they sign a contract and all the questions are, and of course you want to know how you can get out of something, but they're more concerned about how they're going to get out of it instead of how they're going to make the money to pay it. That is not a wealth mindset. You already have conditioned your mind to put together incidents that have already been occurring your whole life. Your whole life has been an incident. And you keep attracting them. And you don't know why. It's because you won't shift your mindset. And when you have opportunity to do so, you throw the opportunity back and you say, no, not yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for wealth. I'm not ready for the next level. I'm not ready to upgrade. I'm not ready for my bank accounts to be full. I'm not ready for money to come to me. I'm not ready to make money while I sleep. I'm not ready to make money while I'm on the beach. I'm not ready for that. So no, here, take your opportunity back until I'm ready. Well, now you're 55, then you're 65, then you're 75, and you miss being ready, and now you're mad because a 25-year-old said, I'm going to take a chance and take a risk. I'm ready, and now they're a millionaire, and you wonder why you a zillionaire. Zero. So when? When are we ready? When are we ready? You got to say yes before you're ready. Are you ready? Yeah. Do you know why you're going to do it? No. But am I ready? Yes. Do I know how it's going to come? No. But am I ready? Yes. Do I know how it's going to happen? No. But am I ready? Yes. Do I know how the money's going to come in? No. But am I ready? Yes. So that when your friend comes to you, you mean you're going to move out on a yes? And you don't know how? Yes. Get away from me because I'm not going to let you talk me out of it. Not this time. No. Get out of my space. Because I've been letting you talk me out of everything my whole life. That's why we both here. We ain't ready and we ain't got nothing. I'm getting away from you. Not this time. Not this time. Tell your neighbor, say, not this time. I'm ready for much too much. Not upgrade your mindset. So just think, let's change our mindset. Let's pay in full. Let's do it now. Let's start before we're ready. All right, I'm not all the way ready, but I'm going to start. I said I was going to start my business. I don't have everything together, but let's go. I'm going to write my book, okay? I don't know all that I'm going to do, but chapter 1, here we go. Let's start. Pen and paper, let's do it. I'm going to start before I'm ready. Got to change our mindset. Number 5, not multiplying your money. Big mistake. An absolute must. You're going to hear some things this weekend. We're going to help you out some. You got to learn how to reinvest. You got to have some assets that will increase your money. What do you invest? You got to invest in educating yourself. You got to invest in personal growth. We already talked about coaching. You got to invest in the community. You know now you got to invest in community. Why do you think that Facebook groups are so big? Because people want to be in communities. You got to invest in community. Community is huge right now. You got to get with your community, your clubs. You got to find, where do I need to invest? You got to invest in things that are automated. You got to invest in things that will apply compound interest. You got to invest in things that'll make money while you sleep, while you're doing something else. Raise your hand if you make money while you sleep. Put your hands up. Everybody put it up high. You make money while you sleep. Okay, look around so you can see those that do. All right? Most of those are my clients. All right? So you got to do that. You got to invest in something that makes money while you sleep. That means that you don't physically have to do the work. It means while you're sleeping and doing nothing, that something is working on your behalf and making money. Compound interest means that I understand how to compound it, that I double it, triple it, quadruple it, little by little, I compound it over time, it expands it. I have to learn how to invest in automation. That means I have to have some systems in place that are automated, that once they're in place, they just continue to work. Then I got to invest in things that appreciate and not depreciate. That means, what do I mean by that? What do you mean by appreciation, Dr. Stacia? I mean like gym stones over gym shoes. It means Forex over fashion. That means coin, like coins. You like coins, you know, you say you get your coin, you better get your real coins, like Bitcoin, L-coin, Ripple coin. Like real coins. Like you talking about coins, you talking about real pennies. We talking about coins. And you invest in coins over clubbing. That's what I'm talking about. So you got to make some investments in order to really get to a place of wealth. So you got to ask yourself this weekend, like, do I know this? And I invested in this? Do I understand it? Do I get the terminology of it? Am I in the game of it? Am I at the table talking about it? Are my friends in this? Am I even in the conversation of this? Is what Dr. Stacia talking about right now feel too far and too foreign for me? Is it, I heard about it, I read about it, I saw about it, I heard people talk about it, but I'm not about it. So you have to find that out. Where am I at on the radar with these things? Because we're talking about wealth and wellness. That's where I want to end up. That's where I want to be. But where am I in the conversation of this? Where do I fall? Where's my understanding of this? Do I have any of these things in place? And if I do, are they in place enough that they can sustain me and take care of me? And are they going to fortify me? And can I rely on them? And will they be there for the next 5 years or the next 3 years? Am I in good position with this stuff? And if I'm not, then I need to get some what? Help to figure it out. All right? So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about wealth. These are the things that you have to know if you're going to change your life. These are the things you're going to be a part of. That's the whole reason I just launched my Women in Wealth Club. And I'm telling you, that is probably the best thing I ever did in my entire life. And it's not replacing my coaching. It's different. Women in Wealth Club has nothing to do with success mastery. My business account, people do both. Most of the people you've seen on the screen are people who are in my top mastermind, but they also are in Women in Wealth, and they understand there's a clear difference. There's from here to here. So it's not like, do I need to do both? You can absolutely do both. If you need business coaching, that's where we coach you in your business and you grow your business so that you can take your business from zero to where you desire it to be. But my Women in Wealth Club is where you understand money and finances and where you grow your financial portfolio. This is your life and lifestyle. This is your future. This is changing the way you do things so that you don't end up like maybe your parents if that's not the goal that you want. Or you don't end up like the generation of people you see around you. And so that you create a whole new situation and generation for yourself. The Women in Wealth Club. It's lifestyle. It's about understanding where you really are and being honest with it and saying, I'm not going to stay here my whole life, and that there's answers to get to where you want to be really quick. There's so many things that you probably don't know, and people won't tell you until you get on the inside. And there's a price to pay on the inside. Because there's so many things that can change and shift for you, but you got to know where you need to be, where you need to land, so you can pull up to the conversation. In the last week, how many conversations have you had that increased you with your friends? Like, have you had a conversation with your friend, you got off the phone with a friend, and it made you $1,000? You got to ask yourself, like, what am I talking about? What am I about? What kind of conversations are we having? We're doing lunch and leaving lunch and crying. It's sad. One of my friends called me the other day and she said, I went to lunch with my friend and I left. I spent a whole hour and I left crying. I said, why? What happened? Y'all so happy? She said, no. I was crying because story after story after story. She said, I was practically crying when she was every story she told me was more depressing. She said, I was crying to get out of there. I was crying to call you. I was crying to get to some faith. Just tell me something good. Tell me a story. Tell me a victory. Tell me something happened good for you. Tell me what you did today. Did you buy something? Did you go somewhere? She was like, I just need to hear something good because I spent a whole hour and I spent money. She's like, I actually bought a steak to hear this foolishness. What tables are you sitting at? And how do they leave you feeling? What conversations are you on the phone having and you get off, and is it increasing your wealth and your bottom line? Or are these people draining you and making you feel like you can't make it? Are they reminding you of all the negativity in our world instead of the positivity? Are they telling you about all the bad things that are happening and none of the good? Are they retracing and replaying all of their troubles and none of their victories? And are they not giving you a word in edgewise so you can't even pour positivity into the conversation? Are they not even allowing you to tell your victory? Or are you holding back because you feel so bad about their sorrow that you don't even want to tell them that something good happened for you? You were showing up to tell them that you moved. Now you don't even want to say it. They're like, how you doing? Oh, it's all right. You about to make your move? Now you got to make the move a sorry story. Man, we lifted boxes and it's a beautiful house, but my God, there's a lot of struggle to get in there. I mean, you making the good story bad because they're so bad. Get away. Detox. Cut some people off. At least for a season till you can get your portfolio together. Go back with some answers for them. Tell your neighbor, say, cut some people off. It's time to detox. And quit talking to people that know the price of everything and the value of nothing. All they can dictate to you is price. It costs what? Oh, it costs this. Oh, it costs what? Oh, it costs this. Oh, it costs that to move. Oh, it costs that. You went to a conference that costs what? The tickets were what? You got to pay what? The coaching is what? It costs what? You got to be kidding me. 24K, 24,000. Who pays that to somebody? Are you kidding me? It costs what? They know the price of everything and the value of nothing. They never went to a value seminar. They don't even value themselves. Did you see how they drove up to you? They got French fries in their car. They got handprints all over the place. Their house is never clean. They never vacuum up anything. Nothing ever works in their life. And they got to know to show up to you and tell you about price. Don't tell me about price so you learn about value. Value yourself. Show up for me with excellence. Show up for me with something going right in your life. Show up looking right. You can't afford to get nothing fixed, so you want to talk to me about price? Don't talk to me about price. You complain about you can't get your hair done, you can't get your nails done, you can't get your feet done. You look too undone to talk to me about price. You don't even value yourself enough to find a way to fix yourself. I get 3 jobs to keep our hair up. What? You got to be kidding me. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm back in college, and I used to have a friend who used to come to my dorm room, and we would do each other hair. And she was better than me, so I always came out looking better. So I do hers, but I was all right, but she was fire, so. But I'm telling you, I was like, we're going to make a way. We in college. We didn't have that much money. We were on campus. But what I wasn't going to do was go to the Kappa party. What? And my hair not be on fire? No way. All right, if we don't have the money, come on. We're going to go get our Clairol. We're going to dye it in the bathroom. We're going to cut it. We didn't know what we were doing. I had the asymmetrical cut. Looked like I had been to Hollywood and got that haircut. We kept cutting it till we figured it out. Then we went on to our little party. Everybody was like, ooh, that's all you need is one ooh. We know we got it. Ooh, that's it. We did it, girl. We did it. Then we said, ooh, man, let's go in business. So we said, okay, every weekend, Thursday night, you can come to our dorm room, 306. We doing haircuts, color, and conditioning. Come on over and see us. Now, am I a hairdresser? No. I did end up owning a hair salon after that. Never had my license. I just owned a salon. I figured if I can identify it, then I can own it, all right? I hired the hairdressers. But I'm telling you, you got to get your hustle back. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, what's your street hustle? Where is your street hustle? Did you leave it in your 13-year-old self? Get your street hustle back. This is the season and time for it. People are making $1 billion in 4 years. Get your street hustle back. You got something on the inside of you that you can sell. And that's what we're going to talk about next. We're going to take a break here, but you have something on the inside of you that you can sell, something you can deliver somebody, something that somebody wants, but you got to get your street hustle back. Some people say, street hustle? I don't know what that is. What is street hustle? Now, what exactly, honey, what does she mean by street hustle? Now, she's not talking about doing any narcotics or anything, you know. What exactly is street hustle? Tell me what that means right now, or I'm leaving this seminar. What is street hustle? All right, let me break it down to you. I never did drugs, but I did street hustle. Street hustle is where you pop the trunk, okay? And whatever it is, you got weed, you don't have a shop, but you got a trunk. It's all in the trunk. I had clothes. I did not have an official store yet. And before I had an official store, I went to New York, and I went and got my clothes in New York in the garment district. I came back to Michigan, and before I had a shop, I had a trunk. I drove down to where all the girls hung out. I popped the trunk, and the garments were in the trunk. I have small, medium, large. I am the sales rack. What do you need? How do we exchange money? I will take cash. I only take your check if I know you. I'm not taking no check because it ain't going to go through. All right? I don't have a credit card machine yet because they don't even trust me yet to give me one. All right? So you can pay me now, or I can come back and meet you on Tuesday. That's called street hustle. All right? You get it. I don't bake, but this weekend I need to go somewhere. I got to fly to Atlanta. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't bake. But I heard you say you like chocolate chip cookies. I'm going to make them for you. She said, oh, I'm having a party. You're having a party? She said, you know, I need somebody who needs to bake these cookies for my party. This has really happened. I said, how many do you need? She said, I need 4 dozen. I said, when do you need them by? She said, I need them this weekend. She said, but they got to have pink on them. They got to be pretty. They got to be cute. I said, girl, I got somebody who can do that. How much you paying? She said, well, for about 4 or 6 dozens, this is for the event we have this weekend, I give them about $50. I said, got you. I went and got me some slice and bake, went and got me some pink paint, that little pink edible paint, put the pink little flowers on there. My mom helped me a little bit. I made her flowers, put them in a nice little pan. I got excellent, so I knew how to decorate the pan, make it look real cute. Delivered her flowers, got my $50. That's called street hustle. Did I ever bake again? No. Could I bake? No. Did I know what I was doing? No. But I need the $50? Yes. Did I figure it out? Yes. Street hustle. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, quit acting like you ain't got no money and get your street hustle back. Because your street hustle leads to your real side hustle, which leads to your invention, that leads to your wealth. Come on, somebody. You got to get it back. Get it back. You're hanging with people who don't want much, who don't want to do much, and who want to talk about it much too much. So it's time for you to get your hustle back and declare that it's going to happen this weekend. Say right now, say, I am getting all my hustle back. I don't dare go home the same way I came. I declare right now, I have street hustle. I have real hustle. And it's going to turn into real wealth. Nothing can stop me. Only me. And I'm not going to stop myself anymore. I take off the limits off of my mind, off of my hands, and off of what I can do. I promise myself, when I leave here, I'm going to get up out the bed. I'm going to stop taking so many naps. I'm going to quit sitting on myself. I'm going to stop hanging out with people who are complainers and not cash getters. And I'm going to leave here full of street hustle. And the next time you see me, I'll be able to pay for whatever I want because it's done now. Come on, give yourself a big hand.